The DTM at the Norisring, an absolute fixture on the annual schedule. The race has been run 35 times here in the past, so after Hockenheim and the Nürnberg, the track boasts the richest history in the DTM. Many fans and drivers think it's the highlight of the season, because no other track offers so much overtaking and spectacular action in a truly unique atmosphere. And the 2014 edition was as memorable as many of its predecessors, because one man turned in the race of his life. In the rain and in difficult conditions, Robert Wickens utterly dominated his rivals. The Canadian led by more than 20 seconds at one point and naturally posted the second DTM victory of his career, although this one was very special indeed.
I mean, my first win was special, but at the end of the day, I was just a lonely Canadian in Germany. So the fact that I do have family here this weekend, it's fantastic, and I can't wait to get out of here and go give my dad a hug and have a beer with him and just celebrate.
However, it was not to be a Mercedes-Benz 1-2 for two main reasons. Christian Vittoris was plain unlucky. He was in a promising third shortly before the end, but his left rear wheel made a bid for freedom. The other reason was Jamie Green. The cars were still on the formation lap when Green sent Paul di Resta into a spin. Green was handed a 5-second pit stop penalty, but that was no consolation for former F1 driver di Resta, who finished down in 15th.
Positives from the weekend is we had a very fast car, but we've not maximised, not due to our own mistake. So I'll have a word with Jamie. We're good friends, but I'm obviously quite disappointed at what's happened.
By contrast, Jamie Green was the best of the rest behind Wickens. For a long time, Mr. Norisring was in contention for what would have been his 5th triumph on the only street circuit on the schedule, but the time penalty put paid to his chances.
In the end, second is a good result for me, and it's my first year with Team Rosberg, and I think we are building up to where we want to be, and that's positive.
Adrien Tambay was penalised too, although it came post-race for barging Pascal Wehrlein. The Frenchman's 30-second time penalty meant he was finally classified 9th. As so often this year, Audi produced the best team display, but it's now 12 years since they won their home race. Matthias Ekstrom charged from 12th on the grid to 3rd, with 6 Audis in the top 10. And Edoardo Mortara was the driver of the race. The Italian rocketed from 20th up to 4th and was rewarded with 2nd place in the driver's standings.
To be honest with you, since the beginning of the season, they always choose the right strategy. And we were basically the fastest car on track when we were on wets. And we decided to switch to obviously to option tires quite late because we were fastest.
It was a mixed weekend for BMW. Timo Glock got caught up in the midfield tussles, picked up damage and could do no better than 16th. Bruno Spengler's race strategy proved wrong and he came 11th. Only Marco Wittman and Joey Hand scored points for 6th and 7th. Wittman still came away from his home race as the championship leader with a comfortable 19-point advantage.
We had a strong beginning of the race, gained already a few positions. But then, especially to the end of the wet stint, I would say, we struggle a bit more with our tires to survive compared to the other cars. And I think that's actually the time loss what we had on track.
The series now moves to Russia, where we'll find out who leads the standings at the halfway mark. The DTM makes its 2nd visit to Moscow Raceway on the 13th of July, this time using the long configuration of the circuit. And it's certain to be another action-packed weekend.